welcome back to Everyday Growth Advisors version 2.0. Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year's, and I am so glad to be a part of this journey with you guys. It's 2021. Who is ready for this brand new year? We have some great stuff coming up in this year. Everyday Growth Advisors is going to be taking things to the next level, and you guys already know it. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Shoei. What's up, Melissa? Good morning, Shoei. Azucena, Les, Evelyn, Landon, love your energy. Thank you very much. Let's see. Santosh, X marks the spot. What's up, brother? Zoraida, how are you doing? Jian Long, what's up? What's up? And Ram, good morning. Jacob, what's up? Awesome Sauceum. Well, in case you guys haven't heard it, EGA V 2.0, lots of new stuff coming through, and a official Everyday Growth Advisors Discord community, which was born. I've been keeping this from you guys for a long time because I've been building out everything in here. Today we're gonna get the lowdown. I'm gonna give you an introduction to the community. Show you what we've been working on for such a long time. I feel like this is the best achievement of mine throughout 2020. I really wanted to create something that was very extensive, that will concentrate on really just the major points of what traders need and not concentrate on selling signals, because that is not something that is long-term a business that I want to run. This is a business that I want to do in a responsible manner, something that people can learn how to trade rather than get fed information every day and then constantly fail. Okay, so if you guys haven't heard of the Everyday Growth Advisors Discord, I will go through this in a second so that you guys can get an insight on what it looks like and what we do here. Okay. Today we have a new ticker of the week. It's going to be Tesla. I'm also going to be doing the pre-market breakdown for you guys. Of course, pre-market breakdowns are always going to be around as usual. The only change is that we will no longer be posting a snipe list on the live stream. The live stream snipe list is now going to be a part of the Discord community, which is the snipe list channel here. However, I will obviously be giving you guys lots of tips and tricks and tips and more tips a long time. And if you guys followed a couple of them from last week and the ones that we've been calling off in the week before, you would have made a lot of money already. I mean, think about how we have had Neo on the crosshairs for what, 2 weeks now, right? Has it been 2 weeks? It's been almost 2 weeks, right? We had Neo on the crosshairs. And I spoke about Amazon a while back. Look at that perfect setup with Neo, how it came true, exactly how, we were panning it out, exactly how we do it. Remember, I never change any of these drawings. I leave them there because we can review them later, right? We hit our profit target, and now we are ready to take some profit off the table and push the next leg up. In fact, those of you that play $50 calls, like what I was projecting from last week, you're now in the money at 51.26 pre-market here, Neo. Remember, we already called this way in advance. We have been talking about Neo Day coming up on the 9th of January here, and we have been talking about Neo also smashing their deliveries, which they did. Okay, another one that we did, which came out to be very spookily, a great one, was Penn. Right, we were calling this to the downside, and look what happened. We said this could go either up or down. We said this was more towards the downside. Perfect execution here. This one was a perfect setup. We took it, and boom, right? We hit that right on the money there. So, there are a lot of benefits of being a part of the EGA tribe. It's not about just giving you the signals. It's about making you understand from the perspective why this is happening. We go through these things because we don't believe in giving you signals. It doesn't make sense. Why would you want somebody to feed you fish when you can learn how to fish yourself, right? And so that is what we want to do. That is what Everyday Growth Advisors is about. It's not about you coming into the Discord every day and then saying, oh, so what am I supposed to do today? Oh, am I supposed to take this? And you don't know the reason why you're doing something, right? You're following somebody else's trade, and all of a sudden now, if something doesn't go your way, you're so confused. You don't know how to react. You don't know how to manage your risk. Why? Because you didn't know what the thesis was behind the trade. You get what I'm saying? Right? With Shopify here also, we were predicting this one to go above, or rather come slightly down here, but then it kind of ended up falling back into our demand zone here, back to the intrinsic valuation here. So watch Shopify here. Of course, I'm going to talk about a couple of things today, so let's actually get that going. I want to try and cover as many things as possible. Make sure you guys smash the like button if you're here. That's the only thing I ask from you guys. If you're here for this live stream, you don't want to donate, you don't want to be a part of the tribe, just hit the like button. That's all I ask for. That makes the YouTube algorithm at least help me out, push this to other people. And that's all I really ask for, okay? So I would really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Now, right before I get into the news and the pre-market breakdown, I want to mention something that is very important as we go into this new year. Just kind of going off, and I'm gonna give you guys this for the one time because you guys are my day ones, and I want to show you guys what the Discord is like. So about 12, no, less than 12 hours ago, maybe I want to say 10 hours ago, and every Sunday we post a weekly report on the Everyday Growth Advisors Discord. Okay, so a weekly report comes out every Sunday for you to project ahead what is happening in the markets. All right, and this, it's like a 3-page report. It contains condensed information on what happened the previous week and what to watch for the next week. These are things that me and my team, we research and we analyze, and then I put it together in an organized manner where it's a little bit fun, it's a little bit intuitive to read, and I don't want learning to be a dry thing. If any one of you have taken the Everyday Growth Advisors mentorship course, which by the way, signups are live and they're going to close in a couple of hours. We already have about, I want to say 12 people in this wave 13. Okay, if you like the way that I teach, then you should definitely consider being a part of the Discord, because the Discord gives you these things kind of condensed in a way that you wouldn't really get used to. Okay, can we get the invite link to Discord? Okay, so let me tell you guys how you can sign up for the Discord. First of all, the website is learncompoundgrow.com. Go have a look at that website. This is where everything is now. Okay, you want to be a part of the Discord, click on the EGA Discord community, purchase a subscription, monthly or yearly, and I'm just gonna say this now, since you guys are all here and you are my day ones, I'm gonna release this thingy. Okay, it's only gonna be for today, for the next 1 to 2 hours. I'm gonna enable the coupon for you guys to join. All right, use EGA15. This is the code EGA15 for 15% off your subscription perpetually. All right, I'm only going to say this once and I'm never going to repeat it again, and it's only going to be valid for the next 1 to 2 hours. If you want to join the Discord, go on here, click on here, it'll bring you to our payment processor. Make sure you create an account. Okay, make sure you put in your coupon code right here. Okay, and then make sure that you complete your order, and there are steps that will be sent to your email. If the things don't come in right away, wait a couple minutes. We have an attachment in the email that sometimes takes a couple of minutes to send to you. That's a guide on how to manage your portal. Okay, so there's a lot of work that has gone into this, and so I want you guys to have a look at that. Okay, now what is part of your Discord subscription? If you want to join and you take the Discord subscription, we give you research and analytical reports. We track institutional flow, scanners for potential setups and more, technical and fundamental analysis, long-term portfolio ideas, and a daily snipe list, which is our watch list that we usually do during the live streams, the one that I've been doing for the past 3 to 4 weeks. Now that daily snipe list is going to be a part of the Discord community, and we will substitute by giving other kinds of plays during the live stream. Okay, things that I think are moving, things that I think are momentum plays. Those are the ones we'll go through during the live stream. All right. Now, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and this is a premium offering, which is limited time. When you purchase this membership right now, you will receive live trading sessions within the Discord community. Okay, anybody who's part of the Discord community will see those live trading sessions. Okay, and they will be done through our channel right here. There's a live broadcast channel, and through this live broadcast channel, like for example, today is Monday, right after the stream is up. What's gonna happen? We're all gonna jump in. We have so many members right here. We have a couple of yearly members also that signed up. I highly recommend you taking the yearly, by the way. It's a great discount if you want that discount. Then go for the yearly. In the live broadcast is where we will be doing live trading sessions. Now, what does the live trading session entail? It's really looking in real time how to properly manage your risk. Watch the trades unfold. We're going to be only watching the tickers on the snipe list and follow the rationale behind the setups from start to finish. Now, I think that this is the major cost benefit of the Discord community. Okay, no other Discord offers this because people are too scared to be accountable. Okay, now granted that I'm still in the process of setting up my my brokerage account, because apparently TD Ameritrade or IBKR can't be bothered to reply to my emails. I am going to be setting up my brokerage account for a 10K account and a 5K account, a brand new account to start the year with you guys. Okay, once that is done, we are going to be trading exclusively from that account, and I'm going to grow that account with you guys throughout this year. This is my aim. All right, and we're going to hope that we will reach at least and beat the S&P 500 returns. The 10K account is going to be focused on option selling. It's going to be focused on credits. It's going to be focused more on passive income. The 5K account is going to be a more higher risk account. And that higher risk account is going to be mainly used for naked options, okay? Where we will be looking at momentum plays, day trades, and scalps, all right? So the smaller account for a more risky strategy, and the bigger account for a more, well, I don't want to say riskless strategy, but a more risk-balanced strategy, okay? So that's the structure of how we're going to be doing things in 2021, all right? Now, on top of that, you have growth support. You have daily office hours. You can come in and ask us any questions. I will be there, all right, during trading hours, majority of the time. Well, you do know I live in Singapore, so usually I will not go to bed usually around 1 or 2 a.m., but I will be there for majority of half of the trading sessions during your day, okay? And if I'm not there, somebody will be there, okay? Reviews of your trading journals upon request. Now, this is something we are working on that we want to make sure that you guys get access to. Very soon, I will be releasing a trading journal where you can fill in your weekly plays and you can have me review them, all right? This is something that I offer. This is the reason why there is a high barrier of entry for the Discord. I don't want many people to join. Specifically, I don't want many people to join. I want it to be a tight-knit community where people are serious about learning, growing with us throughout the year, okay? We not only have a profit channel, but a profit and loss channel, because we know that profits and losses are both part of the game. It's not about just profits in this thing. It's about learning how to mitigate your losses as well, okay? We also have a confessions channel. This confessions channel is really a space for you to come and put down what went wrong without any judgment. This is something that we really feel strongly about in our empowerment section. We want these things to be normal. Nobody should be shamed for losing money because it's part of the process. But what's important is that you learn from the process and you share it and you feel and you internalize it, and then you move on and you get over it, okay? And we are here as a team to help you through that, all right? Not mentioning, we have a library of tools and resources, a bunch of books. You can come in here and read almost 5 gigabytes worth of books. A candlestick trading collection, day trading collection, long-term investing collection, options trading collection. Everything is here for you. Okay, we even have some chart patterns here. Also, a couple other books here. Everything for you to come in and use. On top of that, obviously, a pre- and post-market analysis, daily breakdowns, not just signals for your scalps, day trades, and swings. And this is where those go. For example, this morning, right, we had a new ticker. This is the live stream link. These are the initiations for upgrades and downgrades on stocks. We have a Refinitiv market update that we put up there so that you can read what's happening, right? We just have the snipe list that just came in, right? Our team is busy at hard at work putting this down. So this is the snipe list for today. People who are part of our Discord, you can go and view the snipe list now with our charts, with our setups. What are we looking for the day? This is what we're looking at, okay? And key market reports that are provided weekly. This is what we were talking about, okay? Now, on top of that, our bots have been redesigned from the bottom up. I have decided that our bots are going to be different from the rest. Now, not only do our bots pull up the usual information, I've also included the implied volatility and the open interest and volume, as well as the important Greeks for those contracts for specific flow, okay? For example, our smart flow channel, it's picking up things that have only between 30 to 90% IV. Therefore, only the most premium flow comes into this channel, and this is between 100K to 300K. In the smarter flow, we have 30 to 90% premium, but we have this between 300K to $1 million in premium, and therefore only the good stuff gets picked up here. Over 1 million, this is over 1 million flow, right? Potential setups, we have bots that scan throughout the day that post things here, things that have setups, and this thing is insanely accurate. I swear it is insanely accurate, okay? So if you want to be a part of this Discord, I highly recommend you to join up today, because today is the only day where you get the discount, okay? Of course, we have a dark pool channel. This tracks all your dark pool flow, and your stock bot where you can pull up any information. For example, if you want to pull up the open interest on Tesla contracts today, you can just type OI Tesla, and that should pull up the open interest for Tesla, and a bunch of other information, right? Let's say you want to do Fibonacci kind of a plot for Tesla. You can chart the fib for Tesla, and it does that for you as well. So lots of things that can be done here. And my most favorite part of the Discord is the tweet flow channel, where we have incorporated flow from multiple people who we follow that we find extremely valuable. There are a bunch of people here that have very, very good information. This is a live feed that picks up live Twitter feeds from Delta One, from Adam Mancini, a very important person that we follow as well. We have Jesus, Wall Street Jesus, another guy that we like who puts out very good reports. We have the Walrus Trades. We have Sunrise Trader. We have a bunch of different people who I've built into a bot. And of course, President-elect Joe Biden, right? A bunch of different people here who post things on a daily basis. Okay, so these are the flow bots that we have and the important parts of our Discord that I wanted to show you. Okay, of course, introduce yourself where everybody can learn and grow together. I love this part. I want our community to be tight-knit. I want everybody to know everybody, and I don't want it to feel like you're coming into a Discord where you're just part of a signal. It's not something that I like, to be honest, and I want this to be a fully integrated community. So now people who are alumni of EGA can now come in here and they know each other, okay? They know each other, and everybody is helping each other out. Everybody knows each other. You can read about each other's journey. You're a part of the process, okay? This is a family. It's a tribe. This is not a business where you just come in and you're like, oh yeah, I've showed up and where's my signal for today? You know, this is not that. If you think this is a signal channel, then I highly recommend you not to join. This is more of a community where you will learn through the process, okay? Of course, announcements, a disclaimer, and then a testimonial section, which we will get testimonials in the future if people like it. Okay, so that kind of concludes it. The playbook here, this is the report that we put out. I'll give you guys this one today. So here's a free insight on the report for this week, because I know you guys are my day ones and you guys want to really, read this stuff. So what a year. 2020 has left us with a lot of lessons to learn from. Now all we need to do is not get trapped, right? Key takeaways from the previous year's market action. Don't try to time the market. The stock market is not the economy. Health is wealth. Wealth will not buy you health. And hedging is key during moments of exuberance. You know that these are the key things that we spoke about throughout 2020. Here's a strip cartoon from Calvin and Hobbes in relation. Don't be an idiot sandwich. And so you have Calvin walking up to his dad. So long, Pop. I'm off to check my tiger trap. I rigged a tuna fish sandwich yesterday, so I'm sure that I'll have a tiger by now. And his dad says, they like tuna fish, huh? And he says, tigers will do anything for a tuna fish sandwich. And the tiger, which is Hobbes, is hanging upside down saying, we're kind of stupid that way. I really like doing these things, little small things that I can put in the reports that make it funny, make it really engaging and receptive towards learning. I would hate for these reports to be dry and for you guys to just read a report. You know what I mean? So don't be an idiot sandwich. That is the main key thing. And this theme carries on. This week, remember, do not overtrade. There is a lot of information coming out. Okay. Notable news events. We have Congress and Senate voting on 1/6 for the electoral votes. Key Republican senators are likely to oppose the confirmation due to beliefs that election results are fraudulent. And if this pans out, the market may get jitters. So be extremely careful there. ISM manufacturing numbers coming up tomorrow. PMI composite index, which is based on the seasonality adjusted diffusion indices for 5 of the indicators with varying weights: production, employment, supplier deliveries, inventories. And the higher than expected the reading should be taken as a positive or bullish for the USD, while a lower than expected reading should be taken as negative or bearish for the USD. Okay. Also throughout this week, you will have non-farm payroll, which is the measure of the change in the number of people employed during the previous months, excluding the farming industry. Remember, farming industry is seasonal, so we don't include that in our employments. Job creation is a foremost indicator of consumer spending, which accounts for a majority of economic activity. A higher than expected reading should be taken as bullish for the USD and vice versa. And then you have the initial jobless claims, measures the individuals who filed for unemployment insurance for the first time during the past week. And then unemployment rates on Friday finally. So this week, expect, I would say, lesser volatility. Now, another excerpt that I found here that I wanted to put a part of the report from BlackRock. The chart of the week for equity risk premiums, where there is equity risk premiums kind of moving towards energy and financials, which is what we've been talking about on the live stream. You guys know this. I have been talking about XLF and XLE until my voice is just sore, right? We've been talking, and I told you I've been building long-term positions in those, right? So you can have a look at this on the Discord when you join it, and it's really an important part of it. Okay. Now, remember, our website also has access to the courses, which are now put together in a beautiful way. You can now buy the course directly from the website and get access to it. For example, students who have purchased the platform in the course for tomorrow's wave number 13 already have access to the course, and tomorrow we'll be seeing them live on our new platform, which is learncompoundgrow.com. So, there is a very, very big integration here. And so you can just, all you need to do is click on the beginner curriculum, sign up, and, just put in the credit card details there, and there you go, you will get access to it. You could also sign up for the intermediate course, which will be starting on the 18th of January, okay? Not to mention frequently asked questions here. And also, if you're a student and you have registered for our school, you actually have access to daily news, which is, a RSS feed here that actually gives you all the news condensed into one place. So in case you don't want to go to all different news outlets, I've created a RSS feed here where you can have access to a bunch of different news feeds which constantly update here. Okay. So yeah, feel free to check out the website. This is our value proposition, our methods, our missions to disrupt methods of delivery within education. That's what EGA's dream is about. And you can read up a little bit about why I started EGA right here if you like. Okay. Cool. So, I hope to see you there in the Discord or on the course. Make sure you sign up today. As I mentioned, EGA15 is the code. 15% perpetual discount if you want to have that. I'm going to pin it to the top so that you guys can have access to it. Great. All right. Now, let's get into this market breakdown. So right before I get started here, I want to talk about a couple of things. The first thing is that we still see a continued downward trend within the dollar, okay? The dollar here, put together with the Fed being dovish, is going to create inflation, okay? And I see a lot of people chasing equity, chasing risk, which is probably going to work out in the short run. But I'm going to tell you that right now, while everyone is buying, this is exactly the moment where you have to be extremely careful, extremely frugal, and start getting out of your long-term positions here, okay? Take some profit, take some of your profit, or set hedges. This is the moment where you have to set hedges, okay? We've had a huge wave up. We need a wave down in order to continue up here, all right? Let me lay one major caveat here, okay? Usually when I say things like this, I'm usually 1 to 2 weeks too early. So when I'm saying things like this, I mean to say that that correction is going to come within 1 to 2 weeks, okay? So therefore, what I'm saying is this still has a little bit of room to move up, but I would say you need to start thinking about exiting your positions up here. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying exit today. What I'm saying is be cautious, because the way that I'm looking at this, we're getting overheated. Okay, and it's something that you have to take into account. All right. Now, why am I saying this? Well, let's have a look at the S&P 500. Wait, where did I put it? The S&P 500 PE ratio today, okay? Do you guys remember that we visited this chart when we were here, right? During the pandemic, we were here, okay? Our PE ratio for S&P 500 was at 25, and we were actually somewhere here when the market was rallying back after the 50% retracement, and then we reached somewhere here at 30, right? Well, now we're at 37, okay? For a little bit of context, this is the S&P 500 price to earnings ratio. Now, this is not just enough to make a apt valuation on the market, okay? This just tells you how expensive something is with relations to earnings, the price of something over its earnings, okay? And this is something you have to track, all right? Because if you're a trader and you're a long-term investor, you need to know when this market's starting to get overheated. One of the signals is that the S&P 500 PE ratio starts to spike like this, right? That's one of the reasons. Look at the median and the mean S&P 500 PE ratio. It's here, 15. Where are we at? We're at 37. All right, so what does this mean? It means that we're approaching overvalued, right? We're approaching overvalued. It doesn't mean that we are necessarily overvalued right away, because there are some things that cause this P ratio to be skewed. Remember that majority of the companies that are part of the S&P 500's top weights, they're huge companies, okay? And so their weights are what pulls these P ratios up, because their earnings are so strong. Amazon is one of them, right? But if we start heading into this 40, 45 zone, then, and we are going to get there very soon if this market goes into a melt up, right? Which it will. Believe me, exuberance works that way. We will have the melt up. It's guaranteed we will have the melt up. That is when you need to start exiting. So therefore, I'm 1 to 2 weeks too early here to tell you that we need to be cautious about how we view this continued rally up. That is all I'm here to tell you, all right? I'm not saying that we won't continue to rally. I'm saying we probably will, but you need to be cautious. This is the time. My point is, this is not the time to be adding positions aggressively. You don't add over here, okay? You don't add. What you do is you let your existing positions run while you start purchasing cheap hedges. Buy hedges against your positions. And how can you do that? You can buy the VIX, or you can buy QQQ puts, you can buy SPY puts, you can buy a bunch of different things. You can also, what can you also do? You can also play a defensive strategy where you sell calls on the S&P 500. You can also do a defensive strategy where you sell calls on QQQ. You can also do a defensive strategy where you sell calls for the stocks that you own. All right? Remember, these are all possible ways for you to hedge against your portfolio, okay? And this is the right way to do it. Some of you don't want to take profits, and that's fine. All right? That's another way that you can do it, okay? So look at what you can do in terms of positioning yourself for a defense, all right? Based on hedging positions, what is the time period we should be looking at? I usually do about 1 to 2 months out. 90 days might be a bit too far. You might be paying too much premium there, Mai. I would recommend going a month out. That should be good to go, okay? Now, another thing is, another signal that the market is going to head into overdrive is while this is happening, what is the news telling you? The news is telling you U.S. futures rise with Europe stocks, gold jumps, market wraps, right? What is Wall Street Journal telling you? Stock market futures point to extended rally, right? Everything is bullish. And remember, what do I say about these things? What do I say about the news, guys? What do I say about when the news is bullish or bearish? You do the exact opposite, okay? You do the exact opposite. Why? Because the news more than often misleads you and is a lagging indicator on what happens in the stock market, okay? When you read stuff like this, it's way too late. The rally's already over. This was the rally. And during this time, they were telling you, oh, something is going to sell off. Oh, coronavirus cases are increasing. Oh, we're under recession. Oh, no, we have some kind of a, pandemic, and it's going to get worse. And analysts are seeing that the economy is going to drop down, and we're going to go to hell. And this market's going to go all the way down to zero. This is what the news does. And then the moment you go to the top here, what does the news do? Oh, we are in the biggest rally of all time. Oh, we are now seeing that this rally could extend into a multi-high or multi-month high, or we are now seeing the S&P 500 rally into the all-time high of the all-time high. And the godfather of economics is now saying that this and that and this and that. You guys know this is true. You know, okay? And I'm not going to try and convince you otherwise, because you know, you've been on this live stream for long enough to know what I'm talking about, and you've been on this live stream long enough to know that I'm right, okay? So when the news starts becoming bullish like this, and they start putting out news headlines like this, where we're talking about extended rallies, usually, yeah, you will see a rally for a little bit more. You will see that 1 to 2 weeks more. Why? Because who starts to buy? You have the people who are getting into the FOMO MOMO. Okay? And the FOMO MOMO is exactly what you want to avoid. So my only direction for you guys for this week is do not be adding positions aggressively. Absolutely do not be adding positions aggressively here. If anything, you want to start to cut positions, slowly scale them out, okay? And start buying hedges against your portfolio for a correction down, like a 3 to 5% correction, which is nominal, which you have seen happen time and time again. These corrections happen all the time, all right? They happen all the time, all right? Which is not really going to move the market that much, okay? So just be careful, all right? Cool. I think you got that out there. Now, you have to remember something. The dollar is cheap, okay? The dollar is cheap. And when the dollar is cheap, what happens? Okay, when the dollar is cheap, equities get cheaper to buy, all right? But the moment that the dollar reverses here, then equities get expensive, then you see complete 180 switch. The reason why the dollar is cheap is because the Fed has signaled interest rates to be low for a long time, right? and therefore nobody wants to hold a dollar. Everybody's putting their money into investments that will yield a better gain, a better percentage, right? If you are, you know, an investor or a trader, are you going to buy something that's going down in value? No, because the dollar sucks to hold right now. Why? Because the Fed keeps printing more. And if they're going to continue to put pressure on interest rates that are so low, that's going to artificially suppress the price of the dollar. And what does that cause? That causes inflation, right? Okay, inflation. So what is being inflated? Asset prices are being inflated. Why are asset prices inflated? Because the dollar is cheap, so therefore stocks are cheaper to buy. And if stocks are cheaper to buy, people buy more stocks. And so that happens at a certain point. There's like a point at which, you know, there's a seesaw, right? There's a seesaw. There's a tipping point, you know? There's a tipping point. There's a balance to which the Fed sits on one side, and then investors sit on the other side, right? And there's a tipping point. They go back and forth here, right? The Fed prints money and they get access to free liquidity, right? This is free liquidity up here, and they get access to it either side, right? The more the Fed prints, then the more investors push prices up. The more the Fed releases and pull things off the balance sheet, then investors pull back and start putting money into risk-free assets. This is the game. This is how the stock market works, and you need to realize this. Capital flows where return is more superior, okay? And so knowing where return is more superior is half of the game. And understanding that gives you a good solid foundation on how you should be approaching equities in general. And then when you get that thesis is when you can start looking at the individual stocks within these things. Okay. Cool. All right. So looking at the news here, Bitcoin rally. Bitcoin has been rallying also because why? Dollar is cheaper, right? Easier to buy Bitcoin, cheaper to buy Bitcoin. Also, nobody wants to hold a dollar. So what do? They put in alternate currencies, right? And Bitcoin's becoming one of those alternate currencies, right? Where are we at? Where is it? There we go. There was a weird sell-off this afternoon, by the way. I was tracking the price of Bitcoin. Really weird sell-off here, and then, you know, went down briefly to 27,000, and then now came back up to 31,000. It was really a weird dip here, and this is the reason why I hate crypto. Okay, at this point, it's just who's going to be caught holding the bag? Who's the idiot sandwich who's going to buy this and hold it while other people sell and then take the profits off the table, and then the people who bought up here are just going to be kicking themselves in the ass, right? This is the reason why I don't find this a stable investment, right? This is the reason why I don't buy and invest in crypto, because I personally feel like this sometimes is just too algorithmically traded, okay? Now, I'm not talking about the fact that it's a bad investment. I'm just saying this is the reason why I don't trade it. There's just too much market manipulation, okay? And I don't like too much market manipulation. I like things that have a structure, things that have intrinsic value, where I can value this thing, okay? So, Bitcoin there, let's see, gold, right? This is something from our last week. We've been calling this out. Gold is now up at 181 bucks from 178, up 2% pre-market here. Remember, we called this out last week. If you have taken any gold positions, congratulations. You would have made some money on this. We have called this one out for a while now, for the past 1 to 2 weeks, and we were talking about how with the dollar going down, gold prices start to go up. They always, you know, perform inversely. So this was a natural thing to happen. Okay. Okay, and then let's see here. What else was there? Okay. Trump's last stand in election gives Pence a final loyalty test. Yeah. Okay. So that's one thing, guys. Remember that Senate vote on, the Senate vote on, I don't know which day it was, but I think it's tomorrow or 6th, right? I think that Senate vote is going to be important because it might cause market jitters. If something goes wrong, it's going to be something like, you know, a jittery one. It may be a catalyst. Ooh, had to take a sip of water there. Okay, now pre-market here, Tesla's moving. NIO also moving on positive earnings beat. Tesla beat, came very close to hitting its full year delivery numbers. I think it was just 5,000 shy, which was within Tesla's range of what it was supposed to hit. So that was a good thing. Expect some. In fact, so I was talking to my team about this. I think it's a good opportunity to short Tesla here. In fact, I personally like shorting this one. But then at the same time, remember, that's like a super high risk play. Okay. Super high risk play. We like shorting Tesla only if the premium makes sense. Right now it's at 719, testing to break out of the highs. Now, if we can play a weekly scalp over here, that's what we want to do. This is the strategy for Tesla that I want to do. Okay. So I'm just going to give you guys that one. Cotton prices shrink. Okay. Fidelity churn. Okay, so that's that. So yeah, NEO here, pre-market mover up 5%. So congratulations to those who played NEO. Good job there. Let's see what else here. Sundial Growers, Okay, Jaguar, manufacturing PMI numbers today. Remember, FOMC member speaks and OPEC meeting as well today. This week is crazy, honestly. This week is nuts. Okay, so be careful. Really be careful. A lot of key market information. And once again, guys, for those people who missed it, I just want to let you know that EGA has its official Discord, and if you were looking to join, all you have to do is go to learncompoundgrow.com and sign up through our new website. You just click on the Discord community access here, which is EGA Discord, and use the coupon code EGA15 for today only. For today only, you'll get that 15% discount because you guys are my live stream day ones, and that will give you 15% off to access the Discord, which gives you a whole bunch of value. You can scroll down the website and see what the value is. I just went through it a little bit before this, so I just thought I'd mention it again since we had a couple of people join us since then. Now, here we have, wow, what is this? FLIR Systems, whatever this company is, it's up 20%. Damn, son. Another one we were watching was, I think, Baidu. Yeah, Baidu was another one we were watching. This is to the downside. Chinese stocks in general to the downside because of jitters. What else here? Nutanix up 3%. Herbalife down. 5 below down. And then your usuals here. Okay, nice. So here's the heat map for today. Tesla up a little bit. What is this? AT&T, Micron. We have a whole bunch of movers here. And treasury rates coming down just a tick here. Remember to watch this one extremely closely. Once we see these treasury rates move down, this is going to be the sheer shot, the sheer shot signal that people are going risk off now. Remember, when prices come up for bonds, the rates go down. Okay, they are inversely proportional. And therefore, if the rates for these bonds start to come down, that means people are buying into these bonds. And therefore, people are risk off from the market. Okay, so this is something that we're going to be watching regularly. All right. As far as insider trading goes, over here we just saw Costco executive VP sold 1,000 shares. Not really much, 3%. No notable shares sold here. So I just wanted to give you guys that update. I was looking at that earlier, and there wasn't really much of insider selling. Even 10 billion large caps here, not really, except for Seagate Technologies, which was this guy. And if we look at the top 500, then you can see not really much over here. Okay. Great. Okay, let me read the chat here really quickly before we get into Amazon, which is a ticker of the week. Good morning, good morning. Let's go T sitting on the beach watching your live stream. What's up, Landon? That's awesome, man. Bulls are going to be cashing in today given the last 2 weeks chop. I agree. Damn, T intro got me hyped. I'm glad. So organized. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Yeah, now that's going to be the new intro. I feel like, this is a better intro than the one before. For all the people who really enjoyed the intro today, throw a fire emoji in the chat. Good evening, everybody. Good morning. What's up? Good evening, and good morning. Good morning, Teeth. Congrats on everything. Thank you, Sarah. I hope to see you in our Discord. I would love to have you there. Remember, we have also another thing that I want to mention is EGA is very, very supportive of empowering all genders, and I realize that finance is a very gender-driven, like it's male-dominated, and we actually want to empower females. We have quite a few females in our Discord, and we want people to actually be a part of this Discord because we think that female energy actually helps us to ground. Sometimes the male force can be too dominant, man, and I think that the female energy helps us to really put things in perspective. So looking forward to definitely have a lot of female empowerment and have a female, even maybe a female channel where you guys can kind of collaborate and talk about different things, not to segregate, but more like as a collaborative effort so that you guys can have a space as well. Let's see. I will be joining. I've learned so much with you. Awesome, Zoraida. I'm really happy that you will be. Remember, today only EGA 15. After this, there will be no discounts, guys. I'm telling you right now. It's only today for the next 1 to 2 hours. So I hope that you will use the discount code. If not, it's going to be 15% more than what you would usually pay. Congrats, T. Thank you, Keston. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. 20 contracts for Neo. What's up, Landon? That's nice. Ooh, someone's going to make some money. Can we get the invite link to Discord? Jeffrey, I just told you about this one. I just explained the whole thing. Is there selling calls put channel for premium collecting? Absolutely there is, yes. This is it right here. Selling premiums right here. Afroza, just to give you a look on the kinds of things that we kind of put out here. So you know, like potential wheel setups, I give an entire breakdown on the ones that, and then I also give you, you know, why or how, and this is the idea here. This is the demand zone, this is the support zone. This is the idea here. Sell this with this. And then also other kinds of potential ideas. So yeah, we definitely have a premium selling channel. That's something that I manage. Dan T, you have to pick up my jaw from off the floor. This is insane. Thank you, Landon. I appreciate that, man. That's why I told you that I've been working really hard on this. You know, this Discord has not been easy to set up, guys. It looks all organized and everything really nicely, but you know, it takes a lot of effort to set this up. I'm telling you guys, it's not that easy. Like to just, you know, just be like, come up with this stuff. Okay, it takes a lot of time. I'm really excited about the group. That's a great way of learning different ways to trade. It helps people identify what way works for them. Absolutely, that's exactly what I wanted. Based on a hedging position, what time period? Okay, I answered that already. Hey T, can you take a look at Snow? Appears to have bottomed up at a major support level. Think you're getting in on the 350, March 12th. Oh, that's, how do you know this is bottom though? Quasi, no, I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend you chasing the bottom here. Yeah, the death cross occurred. So you're saying you want to take 350s. That's, you want to play the upside, but this just got bearish though. And plus, as I just mentioned, the market looks overheated. If the market sells off, this is going to sell off with it. You see what I'm saying? It's like, don't buy this until you have confirmation, and your demand zone's like pretty much like here. I wouldn't recommend it. This is your demand zone. You're in your demand zone right now, so be careful. I wouldn't take it just yet. Okay. How about Baba and the news of Jack Ma missing? Yo, I heard about that. I don't know if it's true, so I'm not going to speculate. Personally, I still think that, you know, this stock is still a great stock to own long term. If it hits down, I'm going to add more. It's simple as that. With Baba, I'm not really that worried, to be honest. AAL $17 calls for February 19th. 17. This looks like a nice consolidation, not gonna lie. Falling wedge here. Yeah, looks interesting for sure. $17 call. Yeah, that looks good. I would hold that position, Landon. Looks like a good one. Looks bullish. Looks like it's consolidating. Might move further up. You never know. Just be careful. Put a tight stop loss on there, somewhere like, you know, a couple deltas away from your entry. Really looking forward to attending beginner class today. Awesome. I'm very, very happy that you joined the beginner's wave, and I will see you for lessons in exactly 12 hours from now. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. Lol, female channel. Well, I'm not joking about it. You know, we have had a lot of people who have requested it, and therefore we want to make it a thing where, you know, we empower every single person. We understand that finance is a very male-dominated, you know, kind of a industry. Can we empower our females by calling them sugar? Absolutely not. Please do not do that. I don't think. Well, maybe they might like it, but maybe not. So let's try not to do that. Let's be respectful. You know, not unless they tell you it's okay to call them sugar. David, that was funny. If so, I'm willing. Nets dropped a lot this past week. Good time to enter. Let's see. Nets. Wait, did you mean net? Not yet. You can't really do that right now. Remember, net here looks, you know, it's, I mean, just got bearish. It just got bearish. I wouldn't do that right now. I would be careful here. Wait for the confirmation to bounce. that wave up, you know, at least 2 consecutive waves up here. You want to see that wave up. Enter in that second wave. Always be careful, guys. Never try to catch the bottom, okay? It's like a falling knife. Anyway, let's take a second out here and let me cover Amazon. Just to kind of give you guys, you know, Amazon's a great company. And, you know, I've been following this company for a long time. I mean, obviously, who hasn't heard of Amazon? You know, and let's cover this real quick because we need to cover this one. Nice little uptrend here. Broke out of the ascending pennant. And technical formation here, we see in the near term, Amazon going up to the 3,400 levels easily. We're talking about maybe 1 month out, 1 to 2 months out. We're looking at a big push up here, perhaps. Maybe on this melt up, Amazon might shoot up. There is a possibility, okay? And we like this positioning here. This is an ideal time to enter too, if you want to play the run up. But one thing I wouldn't do here is to play a swing trade, okay? Because we are on the middle part of this ascending wave up here, and therefore, if you know, if you buy this here, I wouldn't swing it. I would only take it if momentum breaks out. If it breaks out with momentum and hits to the upside, okay? So don't buy Amazon as a swing. I wouldn't recommend that. What I would recommend is to scalp this thing or day trade it at most. All right, that's what you should be looking at. All right, so cool. That's something that you got to look at. In terms of revenue, this company passes all 7 steps of my investment criteria as a business to own long term. Okay, consistent year-over-year growth in revenues. All right, you can see this amazing growth from 2005 all the way to 2019. Okay, they have. Wait a minute. It's not here. It's going to be cash flow. Amazon operating. Here we go. Remember, since this is a business that does a lot of inventory sales, we want to look at the cash flows here. So even from 2005 all the way to 2019 here, you can see the operational cash flows here steadily increasing. Amazing growth here, right, for a business like this, okay? And then at the same time, also look at free cash flow. And you can do the price to free cash flow here. And you can see the price to free cash flow ratio has been also pretty stable, positive for the most part. And, you know, you can see that the price to free cash flow is actually pretty good. So you can see over time, stock price has been steadily increasing. The free cash flow per share has been increasing. And then the price to free cash flow had a couple of like spikes, but that was because of certain irregularities between the business. Now, if you want to look at the actual free cash flow of the business, you can have a look at right here, cash flow, and pull these all up, right? And you can see free cash flow here positive for a pretty long time, right? You see the past 5 years at least has been positive free cash flow. What does that mean? What does free cash flow mean? Free cash flow is the money left over after all, you know, operating activities have been paid, investing activities are done, financing activities are done. Then you're left with free cash flow. This is money that can be paid out to shareholders, money that can be reinvested, money that can be used for you know, capex, stuff like that. Okay, so these are the key foundations that make a company investable. All right, company like this with a really huge amount of free cash flow is really amazing. The only thing that Amazon lacks in are operating margins. And they're not like terrible. It's just that, you know, they do have pretty high expenses. Their gross margins are like 40%, right? Which is okay, right? And you can see that their gross margins are improved. Okay, look at gross margins of Amazon from 2005 and compare it to where it is now. All right, this is a great thing. It's what is important here is to understand that when a business first starts off, when you see like Amazon starts in 2005. You need to understand that a business like this had very high expenses, right? In order to generate every dollar of revenue, it had a very, very small profit margin, right? We look at it gross margin here, right? Gross margin. That is your margin before expenses, right? If you look at net margin, which is this one right here, you'll see that the net margin was probably even worse at some point of time, right? Look, see, you even went into negative territory sometime in 2013, right? And then, recovering later on, and now that margin is improving. You can see this, right? So the net margin of Amazon, you can see the net margin. What does this mean? This is the net profit margin. It's 5% only, okay? Net, this business only makes 5% net margin, okay? But because they churn so much of revenue, $348 billion in revenue, their net income becomes $17 billion, right? Which is a lot of money, okay? And because it's a net margin of 4%, 5%. So as the business expands, as the business gets bigger, at some point of time, what happens is that the net margin starts to increase drastically. Because this company, Amazon, has not been slowing down in spending. That's one thing that you need to understand about this business, okay? It's constantly innovating, constantly expanding, constantly putting money into its, future growth, and that is something that we find extremely attractive as investors, okay? We don't want a company that slows down its momentum when things are getting good. We want a company that maintains the economic moat, all right? And if you look at this over here, you can see the ROIC for this business is actually pretty decent at 13%. Okay, return on equity here, 25%, right? Return on equity is solely based on share price though, but you still get what I mean, right? They're investing a lot of money into capital expenditures and a lot of things that are related to future growth of the company, right? Look at the investing activities. Look at this. Look at the amount of money they spend in investments. Okay, this is a cash flow from investments, right? And financing as well, right? Okay, financing, no doubt, it's gotten much better, right? And operating cash flows that come in, they manage these very well, so the free cash flows end up being pretty decent, right? So all in all, this company is great, right? Okay, we'll talk about more of the financials on Wednesday, but looking more at the fundamentals today, okay? Here's what bulls have to say. Amazon dominates North America's online retail industry with estimated gross merchandise volume of 275 billion, which is actually now 375 billion. With more than half of the world's internet users coming from developing markets, Amazon has meaningful international growth opportunities from marketplaces, cloud services, and advertising. This is by Morningstar Research, by the way, so full credits go to them. Their fair value estimate for this company is 3,600. My fair value estimate for this business is closer to 3,500. I've been talking about that for a long time, right? Amazon devices including Kindle, Fire TV, and Alexa-enabled products are intriguing customer acquisition retention tools that also promote Prime member engagement and AWS capabilities. And Amazon's future margin expansion trajectory could be uneven given its goal. This is what Bear said now, by the way. Its future margin expansion trajectory could be uneven given its global logistical needs, content investment, increased competition, and physical store healthcare initiatives. And international expansion brings challenges such as local e-commerce regulations and increase in fulfillment infrastructure investments and incumbent rivals. AWS faces competition from well-capitalized peers like Microsoft, Azure, and Google. And they're basically saying it may come into pressure. This report, I mean, I could actually put this up somewhere if you guys want it, to be honest. If you're interested in this report, let me know. You know what? I'll go ahead and download it so that if somebody messages me about it, I'll give it to you. And you can go have a read on it. I personally like the way this report's formatted. This is exactly how I would do a report in a business. So, okay, cool. So that's your report there. I was just going through the yearly report here just to make sure that I was covering all my bases. Properties, they have, this is by the way 2019, so as of December 2019. So this year, a new report will come out with all these things. Physical stores, they have this much of lease store footage, owned square footage. This is leased, this is owned. North America, international, a lot of fulfillment and data centers. They have a lot of square footage. You can see that. And then for AWS, also quite a growing footprint there. Let's see. We need to look at legal proceedings at some point. And okay, that was it. Forward-looking statements. No, this is good. Okay. Here were their recent quarter performance. Free cash flows trailing 12 months, this is what TTM means, trailing 12 months, the past 12 months. Up 26% year over year, which is great. From Q3 to Q3 this year, they're up 26%. Long-term goal, optimize free cash flows. That is a very good goal because that's what investors care about. Free cash flow less principal repayment of finance leases and financial obligations, also up 26%, which is great. It's a little less because they have to pay off their principal repayments of finances and leases and financial obligations. Okay. And then free cash flow less equipment, finance, leases, principal repayments, everything, still at 17 billion. Amazing. And here are the number of shares outstanding, stock-based awards outstanding. I think this is in millions. Yeah. So they have 502 million shares outstanding and 16 million shares based in stock awards. And they're efficiently managing dilution. So they don't give out a lot of stocks, basically. That's what they're trying to say. Net sales are up 37% year over year, up 36% if you take on a FX adjusted basis, which is the foreign exchange. And net sales trailing 12 months, here you can see that. Here's the breakdown. AWS making up 12% of net sales, North America sales making up 62%, and international sales making up 26% here. You can see a big chunk of this pie is AWS. It's a pretty big chunk. For a cloud business, I think that's really profitable. Great. So that's a couple of things you need to know about this business. Here's their revenue model. So they have online stores, Amazon Web Services. This is something that we always talk about, and I've mentioned over and over again on this live stream. This is their main bread and butter that you should be watching very closely. Third-party selling services and other. Now, this other category is something interesting. So Amazon's ad-driven other unit growing faster than retail and cloud. The other unit, which is mostly ad revenue, is growing faster than both their cloud and other unit. It's actually predicted to make up 21 billion in 2020, and it's up 47% year over year. I don't see EGA 15 being applied. Did you put it at the right place? Are you? You gotta make sure that you go to. Oops. So if you click right here, click join, you got to put the code here like this, EJ15. That should apply the discount. Oh, it'll appear. It's not gonna apply onto here. It's gonna apply on your invoice. So you'll be charged differently. It doesn't say it, but it should give you a message here that the coupon has been applied successfully. That's all that happens. You'll see the charge on your statement though, and that way you'll see the discount on the statement. Just to clarify. Okay. Man, I see that there's quite a few people message here. Okay, I'm gonna try and get this done as much as possible. Okay, important thing that I want to mention here was about the other unit, which is advertisements. And you know, in the pandemic, you can see majority of the pandemic has driven people to advertise on Amazon, and this is something that actually drove their advertisement revenues up. So watch this thing as a possible stimulus for Amazon's earnings to take off in the future. This is something that you should be looking at. Okay. And then lastly, there was also this article that I was reading out about Amazon workers near vote on joining union at Alabama warehouse. Okay, and unionization for a business is usually not a bad thing unless there's a fallout. So I don't really think this is going to affect the stock that much, but if it does, it gives you another opportunity to buy this at a cheaper price. So yeah, it should be an interesting process. Okay, cool. Now, for people who are wondering if we're going to be holding a live trading session, we are. It's going to be on the EGA Discord. Make sure that you guys sign up for the Discord. I told you you have 1 to 2 hours more to get into the Discord. We're going to be holding live trading sessions here today. So that's something that we'll be doing in about 30 minutes from now. So the market opens in 1 minute. We will be doing live trading session together with the team right here with the live broadcast. The Discord link will be sent to you by email, and usually it takes 5 minutes or so for the email to come because there's an attachment on that email that shows you how to manage your membership. So give it a couple minutes, and then you should receive the email. Don't freak out if you don't receive a email with the Discord invite link. It will come. Just give it a couple minutes, and then you will see it. Okay. Cool. All right. Okay, yeah, it doesn't say coupon successfully applied when you put that in. It should say that. I'm not sure why it didn't say that for you, but it should definitely say that. I'll try to have a look at it and see why it didn't happen. All right, I'll go have a look at it. Okay, well, that kind of breaks down Amazon for today. This was the third quarter results, just like the more blown out version, and yeah, this was the rest of it that I didn't need to go through. Apart from that, I want to say thank you guys for attending the live stream today. Have a great trading day. See you guys on Wednesday. Remember, you want to be a part of Discord, trade with us on a daily basis. Be a part of our team daily. Join the Discord. Also, last chance to sign up for the EGA mentorship course if you haven't already done it and you want to be a part of our Learn, Compound, Grow, community. Make sure you click on courses. Sign up for the course. This course is only going to be live for another couple of hours. I'm going to close registration in a couple of hours. And then the EGA Discord 15% code is also going to be valid for another couple of hours as well, which I will be deactivating very soon. All right. So have a great trading day, guys. Love you all. See you guys on Wednesday. And I hope that you like EGA V2. This is going to be the new structure for things. And I appreciate all of y'all. Peace out. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye-bye.